details. Let's trade this name now with Tim Bigham, options strategist over at Pilot AI. Tim, how would you approach an example trade for a name like this, just given how far it's come off the all-time highs and some of the challenges that it's facing right now?
Yeah, absolutely, Sam. Novo has been certainly taken out to the woodshed, probably more so by far than some of the other weight loss related names, but finding a little support finally around this 35 area after a huge drop off. We're also seeing valuations come to really cheap levels. We're seeing current PE under 10 times, so certainly valuations cheap. Technical is the most oversold it's been in basically about 2 years here, and IV still at very high levels, even though the stock's finally starting to level off, and IV very high compared to actual implied follows the stock. It kind of meanders sideways here, so I'm just going out to the traditional April options, staying away from earnings in early May, and selling the out-of-the-money put spread, selling the 34 put, buying the 32 put, bringing in somewhere around 45, 50 cents, like that risk return sort of trade-off here, risking about $1.60, $1.50 to make 40 or 50 bucks, and giving myself about $1.50 further downside cushion here. So I wouldn't be really an aggressive buyer per se, but certainly on any pullback further on this name, it's getting to a level where you almost got to just hold your nose and buy it, and getting rewarded with that high IV here. So I'm not really a huge fan of Novo going forward, but I think it might have found a low at least for the foreseeable future.
Okay, good look at Novo there, up 2.5% right now. Speaking of a shot in the arm, Tim, obviously these markets are getting a nice tailwind today. It seems like the tone set by the Wall Street Journal with President Trump's comments here, oil backing off a bit and yields coming off too. Just walk us through your thinking here as we round out what has been a very bumpy Q1.
Yeah, absolutely, Sam. And I'm actually looking at some of the names that I really didn't like before, more on a valuation basis. The fact those old kind of AI names that had that huge run-up have been really the big underperformers here. So I kind of like the market to maybe settle down somewhere around here. Valuations have come down sharply, especially on the mega cap names like Microsoft, Apple, and NVIDIA, which really dominate the price action on the S&P with their still comparative overweighting. And we're still seeing the VIX, even though it's softening lately, up around that upper 20 level. So I like selling out of the money put spreads on dips, out of the money call spreads on rallies, just looking to capture some very nice option premium. I think we'll be in this trading range for the foreseeable future. We finally had that 10% long-awaited pullback. I think most of the damage, at least short-term, is done. So I think selling some option premium that I think might be overly rich is the way to play it here. Don't be an aggressive buyer. It'll be, you're getting paid to be patient. Take advantage of the volatility out in the market.
All right, makes sense. SPX up at 1.5% right now. Let's see if it holds into the close. Tim, really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Options strategist at Pilot AI.